Wednesday.
Hello and welcome to the third day of Spell Week. So, as always, I am your host, Tyrael, and we are going to be talking about the Rage spell. So, the Rage spell is the spell that increases damage and movement speeds of all troops affected by this spell. It only has 5 levels. So those levels are level 1, that increases damage by 30%, level 2, which increases damage by 40%, level 3, which increases damage by 50%, and level 4, 160% of course, and finally level 5, which maxes out at Townhall 9, increasing it by 70%. This also increases the movement speed. And the great thing about Rage Spell is it has so many uses. It can be used with every single army in the entire game, farming and pushing, or just any random army you can come up with. Even if you're not trying to farm or push, it will always be useful. It can be used to take out clan castle troops, it can be used to take out cores, it can be used to take out walls. It can be used to increase speed, it can be used to increase damage, it can be used to increase both. So, let's talk about common uses. As you can guess from what I just said, there is no most common use. It is a spell that can be used everywhere. So right there, you saw Muhammad Maher using it to increase the movement speed of his wall breakers, because he deployed more than enough wall breakers to get through the walls. And what it did is it sped his wall breakers through the walls so they didn't die as fast, and now you can see it used to take out the high health buildings purely for damage with his heroes and his wizards. So other uses is every use. There is no most common use. So here you can see it's being used to speed up the attack of the balloons. It's there to get them to the air defenses faster. They do enough damage to destroy the air defense anyways. They don't need the damage from the Rage spell. It's purely for the movement speed. So right here you can see that I'm using the Rage spell to take out all these high health buildings, the Expos, the Infernos, the Town Hall, and eventually my troops will actually start hitting some of the storages, and you can see these level 9, 10, or 11 walls. So the speed part of the Rage spell does not help me at all. This is purely used for the damage bonus. I don't think I have to reiterate the use of it with wall breakers. It speeds up the wall breakers and allows them to do more damage. There's only 2 bad uses I can think of. The first one being that you just miss your troops. You need to include as many troops as you possibly can. Of course, the troop miss that I kind of just showed was obviously not his fault. They just got pulled off because of the Tesla. The next one, although it barely touches here, you don't want to ever try and rage healers. Rage does not affect healers. That's the only other thing that I can think of. And if you want to know how old this video is, I have a level 10 king and a level 13 queen in this video. So the only bad uses are not using it on enough troops or trying to use it on a healer. There's no other way you can use a bad rage. You can use it with any troops, farming or trophy pushing, and you can use it with wall breakers, you can use it for the speed, you can use it for the damage, or you can use it for both. So go ahead and rage everywhere. Of course, always rage the core at least once. The Rage spell doesn't really have special uses because it's so useful everywhere that no use in and of itself is special. There's only one particular thing I can think of. It's a little trick that I sometimes do in my attacks, and what that is to do what I'm about to show you right here, which is you only rage certain troops. You intentionally miss the Rage spell to cause your troops to go a different direction. Right there you can see I'm intentionally missing my Barbarian King, so my Queen goes for the core. If I hadn't done that, the King would have broken through first and pulled the Queen to the side. That's the only special use I can think of, and if you can't tell, Rage is my favorite spell. Rage is the most useful spell. It's used in every army composition you can possibly think of. It has no special uses because every use is good, unless you just completely miss. So that's all. Jump is next, and thank you for watching.